An Afghan woman's nose and lips were cut off by her husband when she refused to sell jewelry to support his heroin addiction. Hi everyone, I'm Sandra Matos, and I've got the sad story for you here on I.O. Known as Satara, a 30-year-old mother of 4 was reportedly beaten and mutilated by her husband when she refused to help him with his heroin addiction. This happened in their home in Herat, Afghanistan. Her husband allegedly hit her over the head with a stone before he proceeded to cut off her nose and lips. Satara said that her husband had become extremely violent when she refused to help him. After he had disfigured her, he grabbed her cell phone and took off. She was taken to the hospital right after the attack, and now she's waiting for treatment in Turkey. The police did launch a manhunt, and they did arrest 2 men. They're not quite sure just yet if one of them is actually her husband. Afghanistan's Taliban regime is notorious for its oppression of women. Ousted in 2001, but extreme violence against women is still very much occurring. There's been a 28% rise in violence in this country in just the last year alone. But sadly, the number of prosecutions against these male offenders have actually decreased in the same year. Women have been keeping it hush-hush, but now they are definitely speaking up. And there's so much more going on. Hundreds of women are in jail for so-called moral crimes. Many of these women were arrested and sent to jail for running away from their abusive husband or from an arranged marriage. Crimes that are considered as adulterous by authorities. In 2010, a woman by the name of Bibi Aisha was on the cover of Time magazine to expose the brutal violence that is still happening in her home country. Bibi had her ears and nose cut off by her husband as a punishment for trying to flee the arranged marriage. Then he dragged her to a mountainside where he left her to die. Bibi was only 18 years old at the time, and this brave girl managed to crawl to her grandfather's house for help. She has now been fitted with a prosthetic nose and is living with a family in America. In the past year, Afghanistan has also seen a huge rise in the number of drug addicts. Its opium production hit record levels. The May harvest of opium was 94% higher than last year. Last month alone, the country produced a staggering 6,060 tons of the drug. That's more than the combined output of the rest of the world. And people in Afghanistan, they're worried now. If foreign troops withdraw next year, it's going to make matters even worse. This is never a fun type of story to report. Let us know what you guys think, and for more on the story, make sure to check the link in the description box below.